we are going, in fact, to that party. We are just going to keep things a little bit connected. And the same guy that we saw seeking his party supplies is having his birthday party, and so it's turned into a dancing situation, and people are dancing to music that if we ignore the alteration of the music for metal guitar being added, it could be recognizable as having once been ABBA, perhaps. So imagine ABBA with new guitar work added, metal guitar. So so with all that said, hold on one moment, please. Sorry. I know we are running low on time. One moment. Jonathan, I can't talk to you. I can't. Guys.
Ja, Nia tar sig mycket on.
I was going to say it's calmer,
but
right now I feel like I'm being rushed, so I'm saying
I'm not right.
I don't know if I can still want to.
Jag är glad att det inte blev så mycket problem för dig i alla fall. Jag hoppas bara att ni har sett till att bli av med de där plantorna äntligen.
I hear you. Yes, I hear you.
I have a metal cover.
Någonstans. Vi ska se hur saker och ting går här. Jag kanske kommer att hemsöka dig och se till att du kastar dem där.
Okay, so...
jag kommer att vilja se att du gör det.
I dropped my cards and my kid came in and everything just needed a break.
It's fine. We kind of established some things.
Okay. I'll look at the recording and try to see if I can understand the Swedish and see what you...
Oh, well, I just said if everything goes all right for Sam, she's probably going to look for Nia and kind of insist on Nia destroying those last plans.
Right.
Her seeing that it happens.
I see. Okay. So...
But right now case, we don't know how well it will go for her, so it's not a problem
we are at this party, and you are going to see that that dancing there is another woman whom you don't know very well. Maybe you have seen her around, and she is dancing with Kara. And Kara stops, and it's hard to tell because everybody is dancing and somebody's elbow gets in your way while you are trying to look. But it looks as though Kara is not that interested, and this person is insisting that Kara dance or stay or talk to her or something like that. So you're in this party situation in a kind of a big living quarters. Maybe it's a room that is shared by 4 people, and so it has a little section of its own for a living room and some sleeping rooms, and it is, a little more complicated than it's suitable for a small party. And there are a few more people than a small party, so it's kind of crowded. Everybody is shouting to talk, and it's really not. You have to be kind of an extrovert to say things and do things here. So so right now that's you are not so sure. You got the impression that Kara is here with this woman and they are having some kind of, I don't know, negotiation about something.
And I got here because somebody told me Kara would be here.
Yes.
Or
that's I guess I am framing the scene a little bit too much for you, but you had said that you were going to look for Kara. I suppose, if you want, you could eliminate this entirely and tell me where Kara is yourself.
No, I think I like it. So I'm going to. Basically, the door would be open enough for anybody to kind of get in, and so I'm probably going
to that phase of the party. Yes.
So I'm basically coming in there and see her, but for a very long moment I just stand there in the doorway, and it's very obvious how uncomfortable I am. The party being what it is, would it be possible that somebody kind of tries to get me into a dance? So I would get closer to her without...
I have an idea, in fact. It is the birthday boy himself.
Oh, good gracious. Great.
Well, except that there's nothing bad about it, because he is in a very enjoyable consciousness right now.
Yes.
So he is just dancing with whoever. Perhaps he is dancing with God. And you happen to be there, and he's just having such a nice time and is so disconnected, doesn't even know really who you are, that it's almost kind of nice. I mean, it's like, oh, this guy's really enjoying himself. So, but the point is, he's not a problem for you.
No, and I'm going to play along. Right. So I'm just like, okay, here I may as well try to get my... So when I get close enough to Kara, I'm just going to ask, could we talk?
I see.
I have to talk to you.
She, in the middle of this music and in the middle of the, the party noises, and somebody spills a beer on her back and she doesn't care, and she says to you, as long as you like, about whatever you want. And that's when the other woman has decided that Kara is her date, not yours.
Too bad. Because that's a conflict.
Oh, I think so.
You can get a card from the audience pool from me.
Same here.
Okay, so this is fan mail from the audience pool for Sam. Okay.
Yes. We need Sam to kick some ass.
Oh, okay. Well, at the moment, I am playing this other person as almost a little bit more, disappointed and needy and pushy. So she is not coming in throwing her fists. But it's almost more like it's all, well, I care so much. I mean, you promised me to come to this party. I mean, I can't believe you. Why are you doing this?
Calm down. I just need a minute.
Okay. And she even will say, you dumped her. How dare you come here? Get away from her.
Can you give me a minute, or do you want to fight? What's wrong with you? I just want to talk to her.
She's saying...
If she wants to, you'll get her back in a minute.
The trouble is, really, I mean, I kind of want to not make this person some kind of screaming witch, but she's drunk. And she's also was really attracted to Kara and was really, kind of hoping to get something tonight, and really was happy that she heard that you had dumped her. So Kara is all heartbroken, and so this is going to be great, right? It's not the most noble point of view, but it's at least an understandable point of view.
I can understand her point.
She's drunk, and so she's not making good decisions about this. and she's not really listening to you. So she's going to be, really needy at Kara and say, get away from her. She's no good for you. She's just, she's just causes problems wherever she goes. Right? Don't you? You need somebody. You deserve more, Kara. That kind of thing. And she's practically crying with anger and frustration and embarrassment right now.
Oh, God.
I know. Now I'm making you feel bad. Yes. Okay.
Maybe not me, but Sam.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes from the budget into the audience pool, which gives me 6 cards total. 1, 2, 3. And so we have 3 cards for Sam, plus Kara. Is there anything else for Sam? Cooking is not involved here, I think.
No, and I obviously can't make her understand that nothing bad is going to happen to her date. Maybe because it isn't true. So I can't quite take that. But I'll take all 4 of my fan mail. It's now or never.
Isn't it more like a convincing conflict where you're trying to convince Kara it's going to be okay, and Kara makes the decision if she wants to listen?
It's a good. I think we should talk a little bit about this. Are you seeking a peaceful conclusion to the confrontation? Are you seeking to dominate the other person? Are you focusing on Kara's feelings? What is the actual emotional? This is a fairly.
The conflict is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure Kara. I'm sure I misread Kara, and I'm sure I can repair it. Mm-hmm. So there's no, with that answer she gave me, there's not even Sam can doubt that. So the conflict is Sam trying to Sam is trying not to make a scene.
Okay.
But to get Kara away from there.
Sure. And does this have anything to do with how Sam is presenting herself? Are you apologizing? Are you being submissive? Are you standing up for yourself in some way, or at least emotionally being present as yourself? That's what I'm asking.
I'm for the very first time taking my stand. I'm not going to get away. I'm just trying to get her to understand that she's lost.
Okay.
And to make it in a way that she isn't feeling too bad. I mean, it really...
Yeah.
It tortures me that I see that she's taking it so badly, but I'm not going to give in.
Got it. Okay. Good point. I like that.
Kind of that.
Right. It's a matter of
direction.
Everybody has emotions. Am I going to...
Yeah, and I'm trying to get out of there without her being a complete mess.
Right.
Or making a scene.
Right. Okay. Well, I see here that you are facing 2 red cards from me, which is better than 6. And I have a king, so I will remember that. And here you have only 1 red card in these 4, which makes the fan mail very important. For 1 red card, for 2 on 2, for the tie to go to the player. So that was with 8 cards, and you only got 2 red ones.
Whoa.
Up there, and then 3, yeah. Very... Okay. So the way that I see it, since I have the king, is that I will not speak for Sam. I'm interested in the exact words that she uses if you are interested. But that you can state your point or your position so clearly, much like Kara just did, that the other person actually pays attention to your emotions. Maybe at least enough so that you and Kara can talk and can so I guess I'm interested in what Kara would say. She would say to you, on second thought, I meant what I said. You can talk as long as you like and tell me anything, and I will listen. And she says, a little later. In other words, Kara has other ideas about what to do before talking.
Okay, I'll try to. Let's talk to this other woman. I'm sorry. I did make a whole mess out of this, and I'm sorry that you got into it. I made mistakes. I misunderstood things, and
I think the other person is going to probably be, is
I'm really sorry.
probably doing one of those mood swings, that you, and is now, yeah, it's going to be pretty easy to talk to her. You two are gazing into each other's eyes, and nobody, you and Kara, so nobody could mistake the situation, I think. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
okay.
no. That was I was finished. I mean,
so that's therefore
there's so much you can say to somebody who you just disappointed in that way.
Right. Oh, I know. Better to leave on a relaxed note. But so anyway, Kara is very interested in a conversation with you a little bit later. And so I think that's where I can end the scene. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, well, if anybody wants to continue with anything else, please let me know.
I think Nia is done for today.
Okay. And I think Ola had said the same. So, everybody, are we finished for the night, you think?
Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
That was episode 4.